I got to play the beta again, and honestly, this game is a solid 4 out of 5 for me. Nearly perfect game, just held back by a couple things. The game definitely got rebalanced. Killing Cell was a lot harder than before, and some of the ways that they changed the skills and the damage dealt took a little bit of getting used to, but that didn't stop me from trying to fight the Raider every single time they squared up to me. Well, okay, that's not true. It's very clear now that fighting the Raider one-on-one's a terrible idea. The goal is always to run away unless you see a teammate also fighting the Raider. Then you might want to jump in to help them escape if you have your cooldowns ready. The decision making in this game is a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. And the fact that you and the Raider are both making decisions and you have to account for the other 6 people, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. But I also had a bit of trouble fighting Frieza specifically. I saw a lot of my teammates treating Frieza like Cell. Frieza is most certainly not Cell. You can beat the shit out of Cell repeatedly and distract him and just kill him. But Frieza's leveling system means that engaging with him is giving him free EXP. Whatever you can do to ensure that you guys get ahead of him is the important part. Then you gang up on him as a group. But if you engage in him one at a time, you're just powering him up, and the other players, they have to work double time to try and keep up. Now, naturally, sometimes you just have to fight him, but if you can get away, just get away. Now, the game still isn't perfectly balanced, and I'll get to why I don't think that's possible either later. But right now, there were 2 times I felt really bad. Only one of them is related to balance, though. That one was, as the Raider, I fought against a level 4 player who was really eager to fight me. And his reward for getting the Dragon Balls, which I'll admit, I screwed up. I dropped the Dragon Balls by accident when I was destroying an area, so he picked them up. I had 4 of them, so that was my bad. But his reward for taking the Dragon Balls was to watch me blast him again and again and again until his time went out. I won, or at least I feel like I won because, I beat 5 of the 7 survivors that were there. But I felt like I was cheesing the dude. The reason for this is because the move that I was using, I'm pretty sure it has a 10-second cooldown. So even though I was a lower level, I could just keep spamming this move, and then that's it. Now, the other time I felt really bad was I had a bunch of the Dragon Balls. I had 5 of them, and then a teammate had 2. We had all 7, but the other person would not drop them. I'm not gonna call him out here, but yeah. Same thing happened in another match. I had 5 or 6 Dragon Balls. Another teammate had 1. I walked up to them and I dropped the Dragon Ball, but they didn't pick it up. The spirit of this game is just wonderful. I completely love this game, and I got carried away so many times. There were 3 games in a row where I was on the high of playing as Yamcha, and I tried to Wolf Fang Fist every single Raider I came across. It never worked out. I apologize to any teammates that watched me try to Wolf Fang Fist and get obliterated. And I would like to special shout out to Super Sun for saving me in one of our games, because I definitely almost threw that game. Now, when it comes to my complaints, gacha is not fun. I say this as someone who played Fire Emblem Heroes since launch. I don't like gacha. I would prefer a shop where you can buy things normally. Buy a character, buy their skills, even get a skill tree or something like that, and keep the cosmetics as what you pay for. You pay for the good costumes and whatnot. At the same time, I like the progression in this game better than I do in Xenoverse, because in Xenoverse I would be playing the same mission over and over and over again, and the skills just would not drop. I cannot tell you how many times I went in trying to get I went in trying to get the Super Soul that allowed me to use Kaioken, and it would slow down the stamina drain. Just because I wanted to use the Kaioken in Xenoverse 2. And it would not drop. There were times I just wanted clothing. It would not drop. So when I see this, I see it as it's basically the same thing. Instead of the RNG being directly related to you playing the game, you can choose if you want to buy certain things or if you want to use that money to go back into the gacha. However, I still disagree with it as a system. And the other reason I don't think that this is going to work, the other reason I don't think gacha is going to work, is because the skills can be leveled up. And when they get to plus 10, you can use them regardless of what character you have. The issue is that when you level up a skill, either the cooldown gets reduced or the skill gets a like higher percentage boost to whatever it was doing. So, you know, Krillin's bike boost, you know, it boosts by 20%. You level it up, it boosts it by more. The boost is very small, but it is there. And over time, percentages add up. When this happens, when the player base has established the skills that they like, how do you entice new players to get new skills? Do you put forth a skill that's as powerful as the already upgraded skill, so players want to pull for it? Do you put out a skill that could be good, but people may not have the resources needed to upgrade and try it out? Now, I would prefer this game not devolve into gacha hell in the regard of power creep, but I feel like that's not going to be an option. And it happened in Xenoverse, it happened in Fighters, it'll probably happen here. And I can already see points where I'm having the same mentality that I had when I played Fire Emblem Heroes, where I was like, this character's cool, but they might release something better later down the line. And it's true. Later down the line doesn't mean you're having fun in the moment. But if you can get by without it, you can get by without it. And that is still an issue that's going to happen. I feel the same way about some of the gameplay balance issues as well. Cell was easier to fight than Frieza, but we also only had a 12-hour beta to fight Frieza, and Cell was in the previous beta. So we already knew how Cell played. We already knew how that map played. I'm sure that we just needed to readjust. I hope that they don't change too much just yet. I think that the game is in a very good spot, and once we see how skills level up, we will see how skills level up. Another thing I wish senzu beans were a little bit better. Not like too much better. I think they are okay. But I think they could be a little bit better and then make them a little bit more rare. Because eating a senzu bean right now does not feel good. You can only eat a senzu bean if the raider has not like permadowned you. And you can only feed someone else a senzu bean if they're right next to you. But the issue is that the senzu bean doesn't recover that lost X. So if you are downed by yourself, it's likely you're not going to be able to use the senzu bean. So if you have a senzu bean, you want to hide. If you're being fed a senzu bean, you better hope your teammate has the best timing of all time, because there have been times where I revived someone with a senzu bean and then they immediately got downed again. That was my fault. I didn't know the raider was nearby. Or there were some cases I did know the raider was nearby, but I thought I could fight them off, not knowing that, it was a waste of a senzu bean. I should have fought the raider off, run away, and then come back for them. Now, the other big thing I dislike about this game, and it's not like something major, something very small. Could you guys really not put in Goku's hair? Vegeta's hair? The human customization in this game, I like it. And the graphics for these characters look better than Xenoverse did. I did not like how oily and shiny characters in Xenoverse looked. But good lord! You'd think they would have done more to improve the customization more. Especially since they don't have the other races for you to mess with. No Namekians, no Frieza's races, or Boo. I guess you could technically say that you are a Saiyan. But still, there's only two body types to customize. You would think that they would have added more, right? I do wish Namekians were playable for creative characters. So maybe, I don't know, Bandai, please. But I understand that their desires for this game are something entirely different. But still, give us more hairstyles. Even for this system, I would accept the wigs. I would absolutely accept the wigs. But despite all of this, this is the most fun I have ever had playing a Dragon Ball game. To me, Dragon Ball is a wonderful cast of characters that go on their own adventures and interact with each other while trying to get their own best interests out of their life. There are characters that are filled with pride, and they search for a thrill and excitement. They are overcome with fear at times, or their hubris gets the better of them, or that you get to watch them just suffer. And we watch all of those things come together in a story. We watch someone's pride become someone else's downfall. We watch someone have to make up for the mistakes of someone else. To me, each 15-minute match is an adventure that you create with the other players. An adventure for the Dragon Balls, an adventure to fix the time machine, a search for quicker power, an adventure to take down the Raider. There's no right answer, a ton of wrong answers, everyone's ideals are clashing, and whether or not you win or lose at the end, it's pure, unadulterated Dragon Ball. Reminds me of OG Dragon Ball. Reminds me of Namek. It reminds me of the search for the androids. It's Dragon Ball. I hope this game does well. I hope it inspires solid improvements and further explorations into different genres of Dragon Ball. Give me a battle royale based on the Tournament of Power. Give me another OG Dragon Ball game where I get to explore the world with my friends as Yamcha, Krillin, Tien, and Chaozu in the lead up to the 23rd Martial Arts Tournament. Most importantly, though, let me have this. I love this. I'm probably going to be playing this every day. I might not stream it every day. I might not record it every day, but I will be playing it every day. Because to me, there's nothing more Dragon Ball than this.